Okay, so this was not my first topic of choice, but I was watching a video earlier on YouTube, and I came across a suicide prevention ad, so I felt like this should be a topic I chose. And I've always wondered what makes a person want to take their own life. So this is why I chose this topic. So, according to the National Institute of Mental Health, suicide is accounted for about 35,000 deaths attempted. 1,000 deaths. About 11 are attempted, and 11 are attempted suicides occur for every death suicide. Suicide is the most preventable death just by knowing the signs. Just by knowing the signs can save so many people. Their causes of suicide could be depression, substance abuse, or other mental illnesses. Many causes are attempted because a person feels they're in a tough situation and they have no other way out but to kill themselves. However, there are more like depression. Depression is the feeling of sadness, intense sadness, helplessness, hopelessness for days, weeks, sometimes months at a time. The number one cause of suicide is depression, which feels like somebody feels like they fail at everything and don't belong. There are several types of depression: clinical depression, major depression, and depression related mental illnesses like bipolar disorder. And these disorders, left untreated, can lead to suicidal thoughts. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, about 75% of those who commit suicide are depressed. Another cause is drugs and alcohol. People are dependent on these drugs, usually are sad or addicted, and these people have financial issues, social issues, and stuff like that. A drug addiction and alcohol slows the brain down, and it gets rid of the chemicals that are in your brain to make you happy, forcing somebody to rely on the actual drug or alcohol to feel good about themselves. People who engage in alcohol and other substances usually engage in high risk activities resulting in self harm. Drugs and alcohol also limit common sense and decision making. These substances push people away from their family, positive influences, and positive activities. Researchers are now trying to find a treatment for substance abuse and suicide at the same time. Also, there are events that can cause suicide, like loss of a family member, close friend, and these triggers can lead to a downward spiral, especially when coupled with substance abuse or other mental illnesses. People feel like there's no escape at this point. There are many signs of suicide. Most of the common signs are those for other mental illnesses like extreme personality changes, loss of interest in certain activities, loss of appetite, energy. And just because somebody has these signs or symptoms doesn't necessarily mean that they're suicidal, and that you should definitely make a communication before jumping to conclusions. Any talk about suicide should be taken seriously and paid close attention to, because 80% of those who committed suicide showed some type of sign or warning to their family or friends. Don't ignore jokes about suicide or brushed off comments, because you really never know. How to help. If you find someone that is suicidal, you should seek help or professional help. Them seek professional care or help ASAP. There are suicide hotlines which allow people to anonymously reach out for help. You can call 911. You can take them to the hospital, therapists, school counselors. Any of these professionals can help, support, or prescribe medication. If you find someone trying to commit suicide, immediate action should be taken. You should find out their plan, ask questions about what they're trying to do or how they're trying to do it, and take them to the nearest hospital or psych ward you are trying to save their life. So this no action is too extreme. So this is what I wanted to inform you on today, that there are many causes of suicides besides mental illness, depression, and substance abuse. But that is what I was talking about. The signs for suicide are very similar to other mental illness. So if you know anyone trying to commit suicide or planning on it, please reach out to the right professionals immediately through 911 or a therapist or school counselor, websites, hotlines, or anything of that nature. Thank you.